Hello guys, welcome to English Tour and the playlist that you are gonna learn 80% of English grammar in 20 sessions. Today we are going to talk about adverbs of frequency. Now you might be wondering, what's that? Well, these words tell us how often something happens. They are like your personal timekeepers, letting people know whether you do something always, sometimes, or never. Let's jump in and see how these little words work their magic. Okay, fine. As I said before, adverbs of frequency tell us how often we do things. It's like saying, do I do this all time, once in a while, or almost never? So these words are super helpful when you want to talk about your daily habits or routines. Okay, now let me introduce some common adverbs of frequency in English. Always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. Well, if you want to learn them well, let's think of adverbs of frequency as a ladder. At the top, we have always, which means all the time. And at the bottom, we have never, which means it doesn't happen at all. Let's climb down the ladder. Okay, as I said before, at the top we have always. Always is 100% all the time. For example, I always eat breakfast. It means that I do that all the time. But usually is 80 to 90%. For example, she usually reads before the bed. It means that she does that most of the time. Not always, but usually. Often is 60 to 70%. For example, we often go to the park. Sometimes is 30 to 50%. For example, he sometimes plays video games. Rarely is 10 to 20%. Hardly ever. For example, they rarely go out at night. And at the bottom we have never, 0%. I never skip dessert. Okay, so far so good. Now let's see how these words work. We usually put them before the main verb. Be careful, before the main verb. They tell us how often something happens. For example, I always brush my teeth in the morning. This is the true sentence, but this is wrong. I brush always my teeth in the morning, or I brush my teeth always in the morning. They are wrong. We put them before the main verb, not the after the main verb or at the end of the sentence. Or he usually goes to the gym after work, not he goes to the gym usually after work, or he goes usually to the gym after work. But there is an exception. Adverbs of frequency with to be verbs. When using the verb to be like am, is, are, was, or were, the adverb goes after the verb. For example, she is always on time, not she always is on time. So we use adverbs of frequency after to be verbs. Or for example, we are never late for school, not we never are late for school. Be careful. Okay, so far so good. As I said before, I introduced you 6 adverbs of frequency are most common in English. Always, often, usually, sometimes, rarely, and never. But of course, there are more adverbs of frequency in English. If you want to remember these well and understand when to use them, you can categorize them in the form of a pyramid. At the top we have always. It has very strong intensity, but often, usually, normally, and generally has this strong intensity. Sometimes is in the middle, but rarely, seldom, occasionally, and hardly ever has weak intensity and never is very weak. And this is the way you can keep the adverbs of frequency in your mind. Okay, let's practice. Answer to this question. How often do you eat breakfast? Or how often does she cook dinner? Let me answer. First one, How often do you eat breakfast? For example, I always eat breakfast. Or how often does she cook dinner? She usually cooks dinner. Now I want you to answer these questions in the comment section. How often do you eat fast food? And more importantly, how often do you practice English? Okay, fine. Weren't they easy? Of course, yes. And that's all about the adverbs of frequency. Now you know how to talk about how often things happen. Whether you always study, sometimes relax, or never forget to have fun. These words will help you to express yourself. So go out there, practice using them, and let your English shine. We have reached to the end. If you like this video, be sure to like it and subscribe to the channel for more videos. Until future videos, goodbye.